Hi, I'm Reverend Tom Kearns. Welcome to 333 Magic 9, where the tarot cards and the astrology stars come together to help you. There's a lot of wonderful energy coming at you this month, so if you need a psychic and spiritual reading with a little bit of astrology, you can come visit me at Temple Heights Spirituals Camp in Northport, Maine. I'll be there the second week of August. It's a beautiful place and it's a great place to get a spiritual reading. Or you can contact me through professorastrology.com. Now, here's what's coming for your sign this month. The tarot cards that will be used this month correspond with the astrology. They are the Eight of Swords, which represents a feeling of being trapped or without personal power. The Seven of Cups, which represents being confused by the illusions of the world, a need to quiet negative thoughts. The Five of Swords, which represents training and a sense of competition, an energy of overcoming obstacles. And the Nine of Pentacles, which represents controlled energy and a feeling of confidence and satisfaction. Virgo, the tarot card for the first week of the month is the Eight of Swords. And you see there is a woman blindfolded and she's encircled by swords that represent danger, confusion, and a sense of powerlessness. However, if you look closely, there are gaps in the placement of the swords. So she needs to be aware that there is danger, but by maintaining clarity, she may find a way out of her dilemma. Now, as we look into the astrology for the first week of the month, we see that the Sun and Mercury are conjunct in Leo and the 12th house of limitations, and in opposition to Saturn in Aquarius and the 6th house of daily routine. So you need to be a little bit careful with your work and with your daily responsibilities. Thinking of success is not the same as attaining it. Now, there's also a little bit of a cautionary aspect here, as Uranus is also squared to Mercury and the Sun, and this is from your 9th house of understanding. So you have to be a little bit careful how you speak and how you express yourself, especially if you're coming on strong. You'd be much better off if you express yourself with understanding and flexibility. As we look to the tarot card of the second week, we can see that it is the Seven of Cups. And look at it, there's just too many possibilities just hanging up in the air there, and it may be difficult to perceive the best course of action to take. So you're going to need some discipline and control to help you make your decisions. You need to rely on some common sense and maybe your deeper intuitive guidance. Now, as we look down into the astrology for the second week, it begins with Venus in opposition to Neptune, and that's from the 1st house of personality to the 7th house of partnerships. Now, this is a difficult energy that pits the needs and feelings of one against another. So you have to be careful with your partners. You need to keep your feelings and your words clear. Don't create confusion. Now, you will be helped out because there will be a nice Venus-Pluto trine, Pluto coming from the 5th house of romance and creativity to Venus in the 1st house. So this can soothe upsets based on different values or different feelings. So use negotiation to develop a deeper understanding of others, because that can lead to a kiss and a makeup. Woo! The tarot card for the third week of the month is the Five of Wands. Now there's a sudden change of energy and direction, and it can cause some unexpected problems. You may feel that you have to protect yourself as you feel there's just too many things coming at you at the same time. So it's hard to make good choices, but you can muddle through. Now, as we look at the astrology for the third week, we can see that it's a disruptive energy right here, and that is caused by Uranus going retrograde in the ninth house of understanding and the higher mind. So you have to be careful not to be too pushy or determined if you run into a conflict, especially concerning belief or legal issues or just the way you understand things compared to others. You need to keep your cool. Now this will be extremely important because the Sun will also be in an opposition to Jupiter from the 12th house of hidden fears to the 6th house of work and routine. So this energy suggests conflicts based on fear, extravagance, Jupiter, and some insecurity. There may be some misunderstanding on the spiritual level as well. Now, as we move to the fourth week, the tarot card is the Nine of Pentacles. Now, this is a much better card. This is a good time to take stock, know what you have and what you need for yourself to succeed. You have planned well. Now, if you do need help from others, it will be there. You may only need to ask politely, and friends will be willing to extend a helping hand. Now, as we look at the astrology for the fourth week, we can see that this is a much easier energy as Venus in the second house of resources trine Saturn in your sixth house of daily routine and work. Now, this combination brings a promise of cooperation and practicality, especially when it deals with financial issues. You may be able to put some money in the bank. Now, this is also helped by Mercury in the first house, which will be trine to Pluto. And that's in the fifth house, and that's the house of romance and creative activities. So this will pave the way for cooperation and maybe an adventure that can lead to a little shared happiness. Woohoo! Hi, I'm Reverend Tom Kearns, and this is my story. If you are a spiritual seeker, it may help you on your journey. I believe your spiritual development is as important as your religion. If you look at Christianity, it focuses on the life of Jesus. But Jesus was never a Christian. He was Jewish. If this thought intrigues you, you'll enjoy my new book, Light from Water, Freeing Jesus. It's available on Amazon.com and through fine bookstores. And it may help you on your spiritual journey. I'd like to thank you for watching and thank you for listening. Remember to subscribe because these videos are free and hit the little bell for notifications. And for a special offer, visit my website, internetpsychicreadings.com.